Now, the cool thing about some of these reviews is that when we reach a certain amount of likes, for this one, I would like to see at least 100 likes for this video. I am going to scroll through all the comments and write down all the names, put the names on separate pieces of paper, and do a full draw. And the winner is going to end up receiving this foldable keyboard. I don't know about you, but I definitely find it a bit of a challenge to resist the urge to buy random stuff off of Instagram ads. There are some pretty cool, unique products that when scrolling through pop up on Instagram and you're like, wow, I think I could make use of that. There was this cool pressure washer I saw there, just about bought it. A backpack that was supposed to be cut resistant and nobody was able to break into it. I ended up purchasing one of those. And I did have to fix one of the straps because it did end up breaking within a week. And then recently I came across this puppy. This is a foldable keyboard. In my quest to try to find a very affordable keyboard for beginner piano students, I thought this might actually be the answer because it folds up really nice, or so it looks like it in the ad, and it seems to have some sort of interesting mechanism to replicate what it feels like to actually press keys and have hopefully some sort of resistance. It all seemed fine and dandy. So I thought, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger and purchase this and do a full review. So please make sure you're subscribed, you're leaving a comment below on this video, and to find out if you won or not, you're going to have to follow me on Instagram. So Michael Piano Hooks on Instagram. That way you'll know if you won, and then I can direct message you and we can figure out how to get this sent to you. So that being said, let's commence with this full review. So when I first received this, it came in a separate box. When I opened it up, I noticed that this box was fairly damaged. So my first worry was maybe the actual keyboard was damaged on the inside. It's all written in Chinese. This is a MidiPlus 88 key foldable piano. So let's do this unbox. So when we open it up, first thing we see, it's a lot of foam here, which is good. Try to keep it intact. It's got a manual here. That aside, we've got a cable, looks like a micro USB cable here. Okay, what else do we have in here? Got another bag. Let's check this out. Oh, very cool. So this is a pedal. And judging by the sound of that click, it's just on, off. So you don't get to actually control how much pedal you're using, which for a lot of keyboards, digital pianos, that's kind of the name of the game. The one that I use, I'm able to do kind of half pedal, but again, it's nowhere near that of an actual real piano. Cool, so we have a cable, we have a manual pedal, and a box that is completely falling apart. Let's pull this guy out. What else is in there? Oh. Qualified certificate. Great. Okay, so let's get this broken box aside and check this out. Okay, so we'll move some of the stuff out of the way. Ah, very neat. Pull this guy out of the packaging. So it looks like, cool, we open it this way. We will do what they do in the ad, where they kind of create this bit of a rooftop shape and then open it up. Okay, so we have our keyboard. Now upon initial inspection, I mean, it just seems that the keys are fairly cheap, but we might actually be able to do some cool repetitions on these. So on this side of the keyboard, we have all of our controls, and supposedly has a battery. Now, if I fold it up like this, you can see all the ports here. So we have our headphone jack, our micro USB, we have a power button here, and then we have the pedal jack as well. So let's get this set up. Now this block I had to supply. This is from one of my old phones, just a Samsung block. Okay, so we've got the keyboard plugged in there. I'll just plug in the pedal here as well. And now to hit the power button here, just in between. Getting some strange code. Okay. See how loud this goes. Very strange. So it goes up to 10. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so the volume does work. And we'll keep it around 8. So right off the bat, what I'm noticing is when pressing the keys, you're getting a lot of noise from just the mechanism of the keys. It's very strange to play on these really small keys because they don't press it down that far. I see one key is slightly pressed up, whereas a couple of them are a little bit lower, so there could just be some issues that may never be resolved in terms of having nice level keys, but not the biggest concern. In terms of repetition now, pretty decent repetition actually. What we want to do is let's bring the rest of the keyboard up. I'll do a full test from the very bass to the treble, just doing a chromatic scale, see if all of the keys are functioning properly. It's very strange to play on this because the keys are so flat and they don't go down very far. Okay, all of the keys are working. We're getting sound on all of them, which is great. Now, to have accuracy on the black keys, that's a little bit of a challenge because they're so close to the white keys. So that actually maybe could be a good thing. Forces someone who's learning to be super accurate in their playing. Whereas when the black keys are sticking out a little bit farther, you have a little bit more liberty in terms of missing, because you're not going to miss and hit a white key. And if you miss and hit another black one, you can have enough sensitivity in your fingers to not play it hard enough and actually make sound. Now, for someone just learning to play and maybe starting in kind of a middle C position, I think that would be more than enough. Now, in terms of the resistance, it doesn't really offer much resistance. It's basically like playing a computer keyboard. The key is either on or off. So you can't control how soft you play by the speed of your finger. Basically, the only thing you can do is play a key or have your finger rest on the key. Very strange. Definitely something to get used to, or maybe not get used to. What are these things here? I think there's some sort of locking mechanism here. So on the back we have, oh, did I break it already? Oh, I see. Okay, so we have these little locks here. So I guess you can actually take it apart. Let's see, what does that do? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. If we push this in, not too sure what that does, but regardless, it works. Okay, the cool thing is I have half the keyboard resting over the table and the other half here. So we have all these buttons. Now they're all in Chinese, so I'm not sure what they mean. It's kind of like a honky-tonk piano now. So using the left and right arrows, we can actually change the type of instrument sound we have. That's 6. That sounds like a harpsichord. So we're at 11 different sounds. 12, 13, 14. Now some of them were changing pitch as well, so something to note if you're trying to play in a certain key. Oh, there we go. 128 different sounds. Must be gunshots. Cool. Okay, so 128 different sounds. That is unreal. Okay, so now we have the pedal here. So what if we play the pedal? So it sustains that sound. So I'm not quite holding it all the way. You'll hear the click when it kicks in. There. So about halfway. So I haven't played the click yet. We're not getting any sustain. There's the click. So it's either on or off for the pedal, which, I mean, that's pretty much all we can ask for at this point. Cool, so we have the Foldano Folding Piano. It's definitely from China. What are all these other buttons? We'll have to mess around. Okay, so we have some sort of a rhythm to follow. Oh, no, it actually plays music. And it looks like we can't actually play with it, but we can use the keys to transpose that song up or down different keys. Okay, that's an interesting feature. So this feature here, you can turn it off by pressing it again. This one plays samples for us where we can actually play along. You can turn that off. What is this one? Is it do anything? I don't know. We have a metronome here. Let's see. So we have 2 beats per measure. Number 1 is where we have just a straight metronome playing. Number 2 is 2 beats per bar, and we have that bell for the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 beats, 6. So it goes up to 6. You can turn it off. Volume goes up to 10. So we have, what was this one? Not too sure what those 2 buttons do. This one plays a bunch of samples that we can transpose to different keys. You can turn that off. This button here plays samples that we can actually play along with. Okay, we can turn that off. This gives us our metronome, or they have it as clock here, and we can change the amount of beats per bar that we want. On number 1, it just gives us a straight click. So if you don't want to get distracted by that bell tone, then you can just use this feature here. So this could be a cool type of a keyboard to have just if you're traveling, going on vacation, you want to continue practicing. In terms of playing anything of significance, I mean, could be a little bit of a challenge. It's just very flimsy. It has that kind of a flimsy sound, flimsy feel. It's quite challenging to really play anything. And you have to be very accurate because the keys do feel very different. It's quite a challenge to play anything very quickly, but maybe something a little bit simpler. This definitely can work as a learning keyboard where you don't have to play anything too significantly fast. It's the black keys actually that are really the frustrating bit. The white keys tend to yeah, the white keys seem to be a little bit more pleasant to play, whereas the black keys are so depressed that it's hard to really get used to. And I don't know if it's even a good thing to get used to the lowness of these keys, because every other piano, real pianos, meaning acoustic pianos versus the digital keyboards, the black keys go up quite a bit more, probably 3 or 4 times higher than what we have here. So that is my biggest gripe with this keyboard. But other than that, it's definitely a pretty cool toy to have. And especially if you need to get a little bit of practice done when you're on holidays, this could be the way to go. Now, in terms of like a professional pianist wanting something to play, maybe if they're on the on an airplane or in their hotel and want to practice, there are definitely better options. Even obviously playing on the tabletop is probably a lot better, or just in your mind trying to figure out, focusing on melodies and harmony and the different sections of the piece. But to actually practice with this would be more suited towards a beginner, somebody who's just learning and wants to have that finger to ear satisfaction of playing something and hearing a tone. And it can be very fun too, with 128 different sounds. That is insane. And the look of it is really cool. It definitely folds up. Here, let's turn this off. Folds up quite nicely into 4 little sections here. Probably best to keep the foamies in there because it does droop down into the key areas here. We'll just get this all unplugged here. Now, in terms of keyboard size, this is my Roland FP30. This is a full-size keyboard. And as you can see, we are exactly the same size. So this Foldano keyboard is exactly the same. Now notice the height of the black keys. We get used to, as pianists, we get used to playing with this sort of height and the depth of when we press our fingers down. It goes down about a full centimeter, so almost the full size of our small finger all the way down, and same with the black key. Whereas with these keys, we don't get that. You know, we're going down maybe a third of a centimeter or half at most. And it's quite a bit of a different feel. But the size is exactly the same. The key width is exactly the same. It's a pretty cool concept for sure. I mean, to be able to fold up your massive piano like this, and this one is substantially a lot more heavy than this folding keyboard. Obviously, the mechanism here is totally different. The price is totally different. And we'll be doing a review of this instrument as well. So that being said, folks, that was the Foldano folding keyboard. Look at that nice little package here. Pretty cool concept. Definitely a great beginner keyboard. And a fun toy too, just to play around with. If you want to get your own folding keyboard, I will leave my affiliate link below. And when you purchase through that affiliate link, you will be supporting me and doing these reviews of different keyboards. Plus, I'm going to be giving these away. So please make sure you comment on this video. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, Piano Hooks. If you do want to take your own lessons, very affordable lessons online, you can sign up for my course where you can start prepping yourself for being able to play much harder pieces, learning how to play by ear, which is a very important skill. And we will have a whole sight reading course as well, where you can learn how to sight read and play complete technique, as well as some music theory. Now, the winner of this keyboard is going to be announced only after we hit 100 likes on this video, and it will be announced on my Instagram page. So that's Michael Piano Hooks, and that's on Instagram. So make sure that you're following me so that you know if you won or not, and then I can send you a direct message and we can figure out where to get this shipped off to you. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next review and your chance to win.